But it's live. Am I live? Am I live? I don't know where, but it's live. Am I live? Am I live? I don't know where, but it's live. Am I live? I have no idea if I'm live. Kisko patata lakha Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. How do I go to text? Is there something in science and technology? I don't know. I don't have a thumbnail for this. I don't have a playlist for it. I think I am nothing like that. I have to understand how to stream better. Somebody, if anybody, I doubt anybody's here. But if somebody, anybody, howdy. If anybody, I doubt anybody's here. But if somebody, anybody, howdy. If anybody, if you guys can help me out, man, that would be a great, great fun. This is a travel. I'm just on the travel. If you guys can help me out, man, that would be a great, great fun. This is a travel. I'm just on the travel. If you guys can help me out. Oh yeah. Am I sounding nice? I have no damn clue. Am I sounding good? I have no damn clue. Am I sounding nice? I have no damn clue. I'm just gonna. Hey, you must be hearing an echo, my friends. My friends. All right, this should be better now. Um, I one more thing that I have to check is this is not working anymore. Uh, 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 mm, 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 mm. इसको पता था दिल जाता बीज होगा. All right, I think we are good. Hey, Lou. I need to understand if we can make it like a single channel talk thing. Because um, I don't know how I sound. That's a bigger problem. I'm gonna loop myself in just to understand how I sound. Um, I'm also just gonna stay a bit to understand how it goes. I'm also just gonna stay a bit to understand how it goes. All right, I'm sounding good in my opinion. It's a lot of I don't know why the accent comes in. um, alrighty, boys, I am gonna share nothing. It's Monday morning, Saturday morning, not Monday morning. It's Saturday morning. How do I notify people? Is there a way to notify people? How do I do that? How do I just you to go out and notify people that I'm live? I don't know. Stream can be accessed again. All right, thank you. This one has to be closed. This one is live right now, and nobody is watching it. So if I can put this, maybe on my stories. It will be helpful. People might just chime in. Um, I am here today to explore Hive. Um, because why the hell not? किसको पता था. It's unstable on Twitch. Is it stable on YouTube? I have no clue. I think it's stable. Yeah, it's stable. Should I just stream on YouTube and then, because I feel like I should focus on only one platform, and YouTube is that platform, right? Um, that's what I think. That's what I think at least. क्या होना ही है. I'm gonna sit and share it everywhere because I have zero people watching me. Who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be worrying about कि ये बंदा कुछ क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, right? The audio stream is a bit rated to recommend. Okay, maybe my audio stream is not going in good. That's what I think, right? I should primarily be posting it on YouTube and stuff like that. And okay, okay, God damn, I have no idea क्या हो रहा है. I'm gonna put it on Twitter, LinkedIn also. God damn it. Even if people chime in, people chime in. If people don't chime in, they don't chime in. I don't worry about it. I'm too scared to put it on LinkedIn. A lot of people follow me on LinkedIn. Um, I get scared. It's scary. It's scary to be that way. I'm gonna share it on WhatsApp as one of the options that I have. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. See, never mind. I'm just gonna start doing it. I shared it everywhere where I had to share it, right? I'm just gonna jump in. Team. This is what I'm going to be exploring today. Is my screen getting recorded correctly? I have no idea. Yep, it's getting recorded. Yep. Uh, 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 um, all this. Uh, it's excellent. I guess. Not okay. I'm exploring Hive today because, well, why the hell not? It's an open source software. It is doing a lot of things. It's an agent development framework that evolves, which I find quite fascinating. I've gone through the releases to understand what they're doing. I've gone through their roadmap to understand what they're doing, and they're building something which feels very legible and feels good, right? They have done a lot of things. They are now going to support some SaaS softwares and social medias and everything. They want contributors to integrate integration as tool capabilities. Leave an issue. Okay, okay. All right. I've not cloned it still on my system. I've forked it because I am thinking of contributing here in any way, shape, or form I can. Um, like that. I just wanted to go through this. Last time when I tried to run this video, this is not run. It still does not run. Oh, it ran. Oh, nice. I will go full screen now. It will not gonna break, right? Oh, it broke. I don't know why GitHub is so bad at videos, but it is bad at videos right now. At least now speaking. Oh. Valo. Vi kan inte Valo. Up and now. All right. I was basically replying to chat, and I have no idea how people put their chat on the screen. So I, I'm just gonna reply to them in silence, right? Um, yeah. So the general idea which I've understood it has a loop mechanism where it's gonna create an agent, it's gonna try out using that agent. I don't know how it's gonna try out. That is something which I'm very curious about, and I'll go through the code to understand the nitty-gritty of it and everything. Um, and let's see how it goes. I'm not gonna do this with um, any. I don't know. Should I use cursor or not? Understand it better. I think I should. I can use anti-gravity. I think I have downloaded anti-gravity on my system, but I GitHub removed it because I was getting too reluctant to use it. Um, so देखते हैं. Um, and yeah, this is the loop I was talking about. Yep. It executes agent, it monitors and observe, and then there is a pass phase, which I feel is gonna be like a self-testing loop. I've done something similar within my current job. Not me, some junior of me, junior of mine has actually coded that part out, but she came up with the idea, and it helps it out for you, right? Uh, so do we go through the code to understand it? There is a developer guide. Let's go through the developer guide. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. So the core has the main framework, tools and tools, exports are what user packages create, user created getting what agent packages are it. Okay. The skills are there on in skills, the particular folders, and for codecs they have codecs. Oh, the CLI configuration. All right, makes sense. Alexa QA. No idea. Oh, it's a TOML file. Oh. I need UV. I need Get. I have Get. I don't have Cloud Code or Codex CLI. I think I have UV. Let me check. I'm just gonna go raw up into my WSL and do it. Yep. Yep. I said it. I said it. Gonna do it, man. Gonna do it. Scared. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Do I have UV here? I have UV here. Nice. So Python also here. And where am I? Let me. Oh, I was learning Go. Right. I learning Go. I was repracticing. I'm just gonna create one called open source and go into open source. And I'm gonna Anthropic, OpenAI, brief search. That's interesting. Mm, 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 mm. It's supposed cursor. I don't want to do it in cursor. I think I've set up my new Vim here also. Is it working with Mason? Damn it. I don't think so. It's not using quick start. Let us bit slow here. And I have created my fork, so I should be working on my fork as a good practice to it. Okay. You know what? I'll go off Hive also over here so that I'm more focused on um, this local fork of mine. क्या Kickstarter.sh I ये तो पढ़ा था मैंने इसको कुछ तो करता है वो contributing for creative feature and everything that's fine. All right. I'm right now just exploring, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time. I'm gonna go to the contribution and provide information. We are especially looking for help building tools integration. I'll go through this one. If you're interested in extending your functionality, then this is perfect place to start. Web participants we agree to provide a code of conduct, which is going to be a standard code of conduct. No leash restores and stuff like that, right? No, do not do not offend anybody. Make sure that you're following the the foundations. Don't hurt anybody. Just have the standard in mind. Focus on the community. Does it block AI? Does it block AI behaviors? The use of AI rather. Because if it does block it, then I cannot use cursor for this, right? Um, Pow, 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 pow. How to claim an issue? I don't want to claim an issue right now. Exceptions. No assignment needed. Getting started. Clone the repo. Fork the repo. Okay. Oh, you want to set up an upstream. Oh, this is a good thing to add for. So I don't know. I'm writing a blog right now on hash node. Self promotion included. Yeah. Um, to 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 to. to. I'm writing a blog right now, which is going over a series of Git is not magic. Primary, I'm writing it because a lot of my peers, a lot of my juniors, they're scared of Git. And over here right now, I'm not going over and talked about what remote is. I've just touched basis on it. I've not talked about them, how it is different and stuff like that. And if I can open one of them, the latest one which I wrote last Friday, last Monday. Uh, the next part is coming out day after tomorrow on Monday. Uh, so this is the series. I'm just gonna put it down in chat for somebody if they are interested in getting into Git. Um, just a bit of self promotion. That's a bit of self promotion on both ends. I don't know how many people are watching this, so yeah, that's it. Yeah. So setting up an upstream is a good practice to have. Why? Because A, when so right now when have my get remote uh, get URL, I've not typed on this keyboard for a long time. Oh, sorry, get URL and usually is origin. It points to my fork of it. But when I set, now I'm just gonna copy this, right? When I add origin, when it's named as upstream, whenever I have to merge it, it will merge it in this sense, right? I can fetch upstream, I can check out to main, I can merge upstream main into my main, right? So for me, it's very easy to be like get fetch because I'm sure Fogai. And I would have not named it upstream, but okay. But I've got all the branches now from the original repo, which I had four, right? And then I can also be like, let's just check out the mean of upstream, right? Let's check out mean. मेरा तो mean ही है origin का mean मेरा mean एक ही है but I'll also merge the upstream mean over here, right? So all of the new changes are also right now with me. Then I can go and make my own changes and everything. Why do I have make? Are you using make? What is it a make file? Ooh, what's it doing? What's it doing? Help. Okay, sure. Lint. So it's using rough. I don't think so. I have rough on my system. I anyway wanted to explore rough, and then it's using PyTest to test run the test. So I can write tests also. So there is a lint one, there is a format one, which is even rough as a formatter. Then we are checking which this command is gonna run. It's gonna check for all without modifying files. So it's just gonna check with rough, and then test will rest run and install hook is gonna. It's a pre commit, alright. install packages using quick start. Alright, so I thought so. Yeah, quick start dot. Hey Ram, ये तो बहुत बड़ा है. I'll open it on new. I'm also hunching forward for a lack of my own perspective. Uh, Kickstarter.sh onboarding for Eden Eden framework. Oh, so it was called Eden framework. Okay. Hmm. It's using Playwright for web scraping. Helps configure LLM keys. I'm not setting it up right now. I should. And they have put it that WSL is recommended. Yeah. Type, scope, description, optional body, optional footer. All right, that's good. This conversion is important. The types are gonna be feature, fix, stock, style, refactor, test, sure. This is generally what even I follow in my day to day, and it's a good practice to have. PR is gonna be through PR title format is gonna be that way. And test and everything to have. And then there is a Discord community. I'm not gonna join the Discord community just yet. A because I don't wanna. B I don't use Discord as much. Um, I d- I know it sounds very strange, but I don't use Discord as much because I just don't find it very intuitive. When I used to play games early on, it was fun, but now there are a lot of platforms, and if I have to get on a call to talk, I would rather uh, just get on a call, Google Meet, Zoom, or something like that, and talk, or even WhatsApp call. Discord is still there to have my anonymity to a certain extent, and it is good in terms of the quality, but I don't find it good enough so that I shift onto it completely. Um, and it's also a lot of context switching, right? I use Teams at my work. When I'm doing my separate things, I am usually on WhatsApp. Um, there's some companies who do it on Slack, and I feel like this is not still facing my mouth, so my voice was not coming in completely thoroughly nicely. Um, and also I don't need this. I'm just wearing this because why the fuck not? So I'm gonna remove this right now. All right. Ho, 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 ho. It's already been half an hour that I'm streaming. Nobody has joined in, which I am comfortable with. It is not a good motivator, but that's fine. You know. I'm also saving this on YouTube, so if anybody comes up and spends time there, half an hour or something, they get to watch it, they get to understand whatever it is, right? All right, let's go. Let's go through the quick start command. I don't have to understand this, but I want to understand the prompt. Yes, no, prompt choice, shift. No, no. I have not done a lot of bash scripting, so for me, this is mostly just going to be like a high level idea of क्या कर रहा है ये. It's checking for Python and it's doing with command V, Python V3. Yep. 3.11 से ज़्यादा है. If there are multiple, that's good. This is Ubuntu, so this should have 3.11 itself. It's 22 as far as I remember. Yep. So 3.11 होगा इसमें. 3.11 नहीं होगा तो बोलेगा करने के लिए ठीक है. UV है कि नहीं चेक करेगा. Put it in that. It will install the backend packages using COML file जो कि already होनी चाहिए, which is just going to use UV sync as far as I remember. है तो क्या करना है UV sync, UV sync नहीं है तो installation failed. Why? I don't know. Installing Playwright with Chromium. Now I'm not sure why we are installing Playwright. What does Playwright play a part in this? Mm. तो देखा जाएगा क्या कर रहा है। कॉन्फ़िगर LLM कॉन्फ़िगर LLM is using Python import framework command. Why? I have no idea. It's oh, एक minute. It's just echoing. Echoing what? NC. Okay. This must be something bash specific जो मेरे सर के ऊपर से जा रहा है. And क्या है? We have Python. If somebody is watching in either of the platforms, if my audio is good enough, just let me know in chat, please. If it's too low, तो मुझे वो भी बता दो यार. कोई भी जो देख रहा है. I'm trying to have it near my mouth, but I also don't have to, practically be kissing it. Uh, I usually do check it myself, but then I don't want to test it today. मेरे headphones वहाँ पे. Um, Nixon, what's up? Thank you, Nixon. What skills नहीं चाहिए. मॉडल चॉइस नहीं चाहिए. डोंट वांट यूज क्लाउड कोड राइट नाउ. अभी के लिए तो मैं बस लोकली देखूंगा कि कोड क्या है. तो ये जब आएगा तब देखा जाएगा. हेल्पर फंक्शन ये मॉडल आईडी लेने के लिए. दिस इज व्हाट एमसीपी प्रोवाइडर. नहीं, एंथ्रोपिक ओपन है मॉडल प्रोवाइडर. ठीक है. आई कैन प्रैक्टिकली स्किप दिस पार्ट. नहीं चाहिए. तो क्विक स्टार्ट बॉयज यूवी सिंक कर रहा है और सीक्रेट्स ले रहा है. दैट्स इट. नहीं, इट्स आल्सो ओपनिंग अ हाइव कॉन्फिग फाइल. ओह, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन सेव करे. ठीक है, छोड़. I don't care about that. I will run this when I have to run this. मैं तो क्या ही फर्क पड़ रहा है. यो बॉय निक्सन. कैसे चल रहा है बेंगलोर? आज कंपनी ने फ्री छोड़ दिया आपको? More of a prompt. Da. Initialize credential store. Verify setup. I'm just skipping over the thing. Hive CLI. अच्छा वो ट्वी. ट्वी 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 ट्वी. हाय राम. जालिम दुनिया. करो करो काम करो. मैं भी वही कर रहा हूँ. सेम शिट डिफरेंट डे. बाय बाय. एंजॉय. बाय बाय. ऑलराइट. मस्त दिल्ली के साथ आ रहा होगा ना. मैं जोक मार रहा हूँ, मैं देख रहा हूँ. और उसके बाद आई हैव डन लाफिंग एंड देन यू आर कमेंटिंग बैक. स्ट्रीमिंग के मजे अलग है. डिले में जीना पड़ता है. कोई बात. सक्सेस. ये कोडेक्स नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है. विल बी बेटर ऑफ दिस वे. आई मुझे नहीं लगता मैंने इसमें किकस्टार्ट सेटअप किया है. हैव आई हैव आई सेटअप किकस्टार्ट? आई हैव नो आईडिया. देखा जाएगा. ठीक है. ये कहा था मैं. अरे यहाँ था. यस. ठीक है. नहीं, ये भी नहीं था. ये ये चैट गायब. क्या हो रहा है ये? यहाँ पे चैट है. टू लुक एट थिंग्स. दूसरी वाले चैट मैंने खोली नहीं. तो अरे मैं खाना यार। हम्म, हम्म, मैं डॉग्स बट कहाँ रहा सारा। व्हाट द व्हाट द हील में बैक क्यों आया ये। दिस इज व्हाट आई वाज रीडिंग, व्हाई डिड आई जंप आउट। नो आइडिया, ठीक है। वी हैव हाइव क्लाउड कोड skills है, ठीक है। दिस आर skills which are created for cloud code, which I assume will be in like dot cloud। लगा ही था। डॉट क्लाउड के अंदर ये सारे skills बनाए होंगे। देयर इज आल्सो triage issue, डैम। नहीं, एग्जांपल्स भी है, क्या बात कर रहा है। स्किल्स में क्या लिखा है। ये ऑर्केस्ट्रेट करता है ये सारी चीज़ों को, each and every workflow, execute workflow, do not explore the code base or read the source file, route to the correct skill immediately। Okay, this shouldn't train everything. I'll come back to this later again। I have not created enough skills in my own life। तो मुझे नहीं मालूम कैसे स्किल्स बनाते हैं। देखा जाएगा। आईडी सपोर्ट कर्सर, आईडी सपोर्ट कर्सर, तो कर्सर डेवलपमेंट भी सपोर्ट ही करता होगा, ठीक है। वेरीफाई सेटअप ये करके, क्या, ठीक है। तो एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज करते हैं, विल डू यूवी सिंक, ठीक है। जब तक ये सिंक हो रहा है तब तक अपन चैट देखते हैं। कुछ तो बदला, कुछ तो बदला, यही से ही कुछ तो हुआ होगा। ऐड टू, ओ कोड स्पेसेस ओपन कर दिए, डैम। आई एम नॉट अ प्रो अकाउंट दो, तो क्यों बनाए, आई डोंट नो। या फॉलोइंग पेप 8 टाइप हिंट्स चाहिए, डॉक स्ट्रिंग चाहिए, रफ, इसको रफ, रफ। ये रफ भी इंस्टॉल करेगा क्या, आई डोंट नो। मिसिंग टूल, बिल्डिंग हो रही है, व्हाई, एक मिनट, व्हाट, नेवर माइंड। गुड, अवॉइड, गुड, अवॉइड। अच्छा, डॉग स्ट्रिंग की बात कर रहे थे, ठीक है। डॉग स्ट्रिंग में सब चाहिए ना, आर्ग्यूमेंट्स क्या है, रिटर्न क्या है, क्यों बनाया, ठीक है, मेक सेंस। इट्स अ कंप्लीट पाइथन कोड बेस, बट चलेगा। आई एम मोर यूज्ड टू टाइपस्क्रिप्ट, जावास्क्रिप्ट, रेक्ट, 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 git rake boy। numpy, numpy, duck db, playwright, duck db, playwright तो ऐसे इंस्टॉल होता है। why is the quick start installing playwright differently, I'm not sure। playwright is generally installed using the binaries, scripts, नहीं, ये नहीं। quick start कहाँ गया, quick start तो होना चाहिए था। oh, all files, my bad दोस्तों, my bad। ps1, तो this supports windows but the development is recommend, makes sense, ठीक है। विंडोज पे क्या ही डेवलप करोगे। म्याऊ, प्याऊ, 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 प्याऊ। इनिशियलाइजेशन नहीं, प्लेराइट कहाँ गया, प्लेराइट, 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 अभी अभी तो पढ़ा था। नहीं, कीज के लिए, इंपोर्ट्स के लिए, दैट विल रन एनीवे, बट ये प्लेराइट खुद से इंस्टॉल कर रहा है, नहीं कर रहा है। अगर हो रहा है तो अच्छा, ये वांट्स मी टू इंस्टॉल दिस क्रोमियम, क्रोमियम तो इंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं प्लेराइट के लिए। हे गाइस, काम ही नहीं लिया यार मैंने, सैड। तू हूँ तो है कॉपीराइट स्ट्राइक। 12 बजे ट्विच पे वैलोरेंट खेलेंगे। इसको रहा मैं बंदा काम का। ये हैबिट मेरा सर खराब करेगी। दिस विल टेक माय लाइफ, 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 माय लाइफ। My phone is gonna die, my life. हाँ क्या ठीक है, देखा जाएगा। This will take some time. Yeah, chromium is. I don't know how big is chromium. 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 Chromium OS. Chromium OS. God damn. ठीक है नहीं चाहिए। तब तक कोड के जब तक कोड के थ्रू जाता we have everything in core as far as I remember. कोर के अंदर वी आर गेटिंग एमसीपी सर्वर गाइड, बिल्डर गाइड, गाइड और वो ये जैसे एक मिनट कोर में एक मिनट व्हाट डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आउट ऑफ डेट क्यों लग रहा है मुझे? So another thing, whenever you're working with an open source project, it is difficult to get sense कि वो project क्या कर रहा है, क्यों कर रहा है, what is it doing, why is it doing, right? How the code structure has been defined because you are new to this. There is nobody जो तुमको बैठ के केटी देगा, तुमको समझना है, knowledge transfer देगा for people who are not worked in corporate enough. Nobody is going to transfer knowledge to you. How this work, कैसे setup करना है, क्या करना है, you have to figure it out basically. They can best help you with documentation, but I have lost documentation again. Docs में now it और developer guide. Core has the main framework. Okay. Tool is MCP tools. Export is exports. So for like here, I have to be in core for now to explore core. But इसका कैसा होगा? ये भी क्वेश्चन है because this is practically a mono repo. Practically speaking, मतलब एक ही framework है but it has different divisions for different areas of focus. So scope अनुसार things will change, right? Um, let's go to the README. The goal-driven, builder-friendly observability framework provides a runtime framework which capture decision not just action. This enables builder LLM to analyze and improve okay, what the agent was trying to accomplish, what opinion it considered, what it chose and why, what happened as a result, and have to again install this module. Arey yaar. Why are you using pip here? I am very confused. UV pip install -e dot. But यहाँ पे तो normal है. So I feel like this is outdated for now. And I assume सब कुछ जो यहाँ पे required है वो installed है. I think so we have already installed all of this. And this should be with UV sync. So I think this is outdated by a larger fashion now. When was the README updated? Last week. So I don't know. Because wheel का तो issue आ गया जबकि normal है and did not read the error also. नहीं ऐसे रन करके देखते हैं ना. Appears to be a workspace root without a Python. हाँ ठीक है, मैं कोर के अंदर नहीं हूँ. My bad, my bad. I tried to run it with the root over there, so normal है. My bad. I have shit lighting, I know. It uninstalled the framework. What? Makes sense. Framework this framework makes sense. MCP framework सर्वर सेटअप कर रहा है यार. ठीक है. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Install the framework package again. Wait, are we just uninstalling and installing and uninstalling and installing the same thing again and again? It built framework, then it uninstalled framework again, and then क्या कर रहा है यार, क्या कर रहा है. MCP फास्ट MCP यार वही यूज कर रहा है. ठीक है. LLM powered calculator. This is the most bullshit, a bullshit thing that one can build. I'm so sorry for the contributors of this and the maintainers of this. I'm not teasing you guys, but frankly speaking, the most bullshit way of testing out your agent. I know it's the most simplest thing to do when you're creating a calculator, but at the same time, I'm like, कि भाई क्यों क्यों कर रहे हो. कहाँ है कैलकुलेटर. यहाँ पे तो नहीं है. Hey, that's interesting. Let's see what we mean by this. Whoa. एक minute. Let's give me a minute. I want to check the the stream एक बार. I don't have a secondary display to check it. I need to check out everything. लोग आ रहे हैं, लोग जा रहे हैं, लोग आ रहे हैं, लोग जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, लोग आ रहे हैं. Some people are coming, some people are liking, and some people are watching it. I like it. I like it. Thank you, dosto. Thank you. It helps me. What about Twitch? Twitch पे कोई नहीं आ रहा है. So sorry. Uh, I have one viewer, which is myself, जिसने pause करके रखा है. uh, Fantastic. Oh God. आ गया ना आप. Thank you. I don't think so. ये run होगा, but let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do UE run Python. Wait, Python hyphen M. Run the module framework uh, with calculator. And we'll do 2 plus 3 into or and this should ideally fail. Yes, it failed. Okay, I'll just copy it and try running the same thing. In your lecture document that okay, though this is failing very nicely because this example does not exist. This example literally does not. Oh my god, no, back. So even in framework, if I go into like framework, this example does not exist. There is builder, there is credentials, and ये वही बोल रहा है ना info validate less dispatch shell to e session pause resume test run ये वाले run करके देखो. Yeah, it's not telling you to do anything over here, right? But there will be like examples which might have calculator in it. नहीं है. इसमें manual agent क्या है? Greeting agent, greeting, my friend. Okay, okay. And see, I'm aware this is not the best way. Oh, is my voice too low? Is it better now, Arvind? Is it better now? Or is it still too low? If it's still too low, then alright, I'll take it closer to my mouth and I'll talk a little bit louder. I was trying to save my own throat. But let's see. Tell me now if it's better because I'm seeing everything is in yellow whenever I'm talking. फिर भी लो लगता है तो मैं फिर देखता हूँ क्या कर सकते हैं. Settings. Can I add a filter to this or a property of this or something? Is it better or is it still worst? Okay, ठीक है. So I'll do one thing. I'll keep it away from my mouth and I will add a compression to give it like a 2 dB advantage. And I think this should make it better. I have not used this mic in a long time. I'm only using it to play games nowadays. So उसके हिसाब से I have no idea how I have to set it up again, right? And again, this is like a short-term thing. Soon I'll be moving away to a different location. So I've given it like a 10 decibel output gain now. So it should be better. Also try to listen to myself. It might give you guys echo, so I'm gonna mute my desktop audio and just gonna listen to it once. Yeah. Thanks for pointing it out though. Yeah, thanks for pointing it out. I will switch to my face. I will switch to my face. Yep. Um, is it better? Is it better? Is it worst? All right, that's good. That's good. Thanks. I'll go back to this and ये क्या हो रहा है ये वाला. ठीक है. This demonstrates. Okay, we were in the middle of this does not work. The quick start is already out of date. And I was just telling you this is not the best way to test out a framework because you're literally in a source code, right? If you're working in a source code and you're trying to make changes over here, this will 90% of the time cause a problem. But then they are using modules. So they're asking me to run it over here itself when I am making changes to it. I was listening to myself for half the time. I'm so sorry. Okay, ठीक है. क्या खोल दिया मैंने? अरे यार. बस- hmm. So there is a gap over here. Yeah, ठीक है, documentation is somewhat out of date right now because this does not run. And it's giving me a simple error ना कि ये command है ही नहीं. ये command run हो ही नहीं सकती. The example is also showing me like a manual agent which is running from here and it's telling me how to run it over here. So let's try running it over here, right? This should again fail on paper because I don't have an LLM setup. Oh, sorry. Oh, no such file. क्या हो रहा है? I am in examples. That's my bad also. So I will just do up, up. Oh, Cerebus. All right. It is not using LLM. क्या हो रहा है? 1 minute. ये एजेंट बिना LLM का काम कर रहा है. Or are they using some kind of default behavior for the LLM? I'm not sure. Um, greetings is greeting. Hello Alice. आ गया था. It's converting to uppercase. Also, the main function is creating the manual. It's a manual. It makes sense. Huh? The goal is so I define a goal, and this is what my goal has to be looking like. Right. This is create a friendly uppercase. How are this on the same sentence? I'm not sure. Success criteria, greeting generated, description, greeting produced, metric custom, target any. Then I'm defining a node, which is a node spec, which is in greeter. It creates a simple greeting. It's a function. It's a function node. That sounds interesting. Then its function is greet, matches the register function in. Oh, it takes input as name and outputs as greeting. So is it building a wrapper on top of is it building a wrapper on top of like LangChain? It feels that way. It feels that way because इनपुट और आउटपुट भी दे रहा है. एंशियन या लैंग्राफ के ऊपर एक रैपर बना रहा है. It feels that way, right? It's trying to. It's not necessarily a wrapper. It's a wrapper which has been built on top of it. Um, and this function is a wrapper to create that node where I'm defining the input and output also, right? More of a decorator. This is not LangChain feeder. So this is Hive. Um, I got to know this because one of the creators or one of the maintainers reached out to me personally asking if I'm interested to, work on this. Um, Long story short, that's what happened, right? And it's basically like a self-improving loop for agent, right? It's not a loop, it's a self-improving, self-adapting agent framework. That's how they are pitching it. But basically it's a loop, right? Basically what's happening is ये क्या हो गया इसको? Oh, zoom. How? Why is this not taking the full screen? Never mind. Basically, what's happening over here is it's defining a goal. It's auto generates a graph. So I feel like it's gonna create a line graph on based on the definition which I provided, the node specs and everything, and then it goes ahead and tries to call it once or twice, gives me the observability and everything, and then if it does not work, the goal is not hit. Yeah, feels like that way. Yeah, feels that way. I agree with you. Feels that way. Um, and I'm just checking it out. Yeah, I'm just checking it out because, well, why the hell not? Uh, So it's trying to attain a goal. So the goal definition is more important for us, right? ये वाला जो goal है, this is more important. But again, this is very weak, right? This criteria which you have defined is like it has produced, right? Grading generate. I'm trying to understand how. How? Um, so I'm just going into it. I'm just trying to understand how is it doing everything before I even consider if I want to work on it and spend some time on it, right? Basically, right now they want people to build an integration. So if somebody's interested, right, do help them out. Um, I'm not telling you to use AI slops to do it. Uh, I am not using it, right? Even though on my actual full-time job I use AI every day, I'm not using it right now to understand this code base, though it will help me a lot to learn this code base very earlier on, right? But I'm spending some time over here to just understand by my own eyes, and probably after some time I'll start with yes. Yes, Arvind. So, it also feels that way to me, right? Okay, we are just defining specs. We are just defining specs on how this node is supposed to do and what is it supposed to do. ये क्या input ले रहा है, क्या output दे रहा है. And then we are defining a goal that has a success criteria, which is I don't know how accurate that is, but then it creates that graph. It runs through it once, and then it goes on. It feels very vibe codey, yep. And I want to understand, right? I want to understand why. Uh, why? So the concept sounds very interesting. And on my full-time job, right, I am working with a small team of two to create like an graph builder, right? It's not the same idea, but it's basically taking NNP to create graphs, and then we test it out also over there. But the way we test it out over there is very vibe coding. It's actually very vibe coding because I'm literally saying the agent go ahead and create a test for this, and then another agent will try to run it and then check if the test cases are passing or not. If it's not passing, what are the logs? Then we give it to some other agent, and that is gonna regenerate the code and everything, right? Um, this feels the same loop, but it's a framework. It's not a utility, and that's a weird angle for me. Again, it's using specs everywhere. Node spec है, uppercase बनाएगा, greeting लेगा, final greeting लेगा, ये greeting it feels the same way. And graph spec is using this terminal node. Entry node is greeted, terminal node ये node 1 node 2 दे रहे हैं अपन, and edges एक edge दे रहे हैं जो कि greeter से लेके uppercase को देगा, condition है edge on condition success, मतलब है run runtime executor. So क्या कर रहा है, what is this? Graph executor is using runtime, which is the runtime which is using agent logs. So it's just storing things in logs. Oh, like that. You see what agent logs are? Oh, it's a directory. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? Wait, what? There is nothing over there. Yeah. So I created this storage part for runtime. I gave it to executor कि यहाँ पे runtime होगा. Executor registered the functions. Why am I registering it? Wait, what? And then I'm executing it. Result.path. Okay. It feels weird. It feels weird. Does it not? Okay, I have my questions around this. Just- and also check out some other ones, right? There is MCP integration example, and then this MCP server.json. Okay, okay. We'll go through the MCP integration. MCP integration feels like a very weird thing right now. Uh, it would be interesting if it's self-editing and just rewriting prompts to tell it to fix failures, or is it just so? I assume it's self-writing prompt because we have not given it any prompt, right? But also it was a manual agent. So यहाँ पे देखा जाएगा. Probably here is going to use some kind of LLM. I hope. I've not provided it an LLM key, so it should naturally fail. But then it's also doing wait what? Example one pragmatic registration. So it's registering to what? The. It's creating an MCP server. ठीक है. No, I don't mind that. It's also listing on all the tools over here directly, and then it's asking a runner to run search for Claude AI and summarize the top three results. What? What? Then it has HTTP transport, it has config file. So these are those examples that it's providing me, is it? यहाँ पे लॉजिक बन रहा है. एक मिनट. कस्टम यूजर विद एमसीपी टूल. ठीक है. We have defined a goal. Now it now it's using a graph builder. क्या? Fine. It's adding a success criterion. Search results successfully retrieve at least three web results. So this is basically a prompt, right? This is basically a prompt where I'm telling you this is what my result has to look like, and then it's provide a clear, concise summary of the finding. So there are two success criteria now. And then I'm adding a node which is web searcher. It's gonna use LLM tool uses a node type, which again I feel like it's an enum that's been defined. Okay, these are the node types which can be done. And based on that, now we have a system prompt over here. Search for query, and ठीक है query कहाँ से आ रही है? Why is this a thing like that? It's using web search tool. It's using query as input. ठीक है. So we are sending a system prompts right now. Makes sense. At least we are sending a system prompts right now, but there is no actual prompt which is in action. So do we pass that when we are calling it, or again it's learning an export path? Export path is export web search agent. ठीक है. We are registering this tool to it. When we are running this thing over here, then we are running a cleanup. Is doing a pragmatic registration, which is for Claude AI, which I don't have. So again, if I run this, this should on paper fail, right? 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 And ये इसमें कोई नहीं था कि कैसे run करना है. Was there something to how do I run this? No. So it's not telling me how to run this, but I'm just gonna run it. I'm just gonna do MCP integration example. This should fail. No agent.py or agent.json found. Okay. Okay. Agent.json भी चाहिए इसको. I'm so confused with this. I'm sorry. Hmm. Is it time for me to turn on to cursor to teach me this code is better? Because I feel like some part of the document, because this doesn't work. This just does not work. Let's try the interactive mode, right? Let's see how that works out. If this opens up or not, and it does not open up. So I'm really confused right now. अगर Hive पे interactive mode नहीं है तो documentation outdated है. So does this also work? Because right now this is not using this schema in this own example. So I feel like the documentation has been outdated, and test run, test debug, test run, that's there. There's a human engineer approval, builder LLM, and then agent LLM. So there is. So Arvind, It is creating, it's vibe coding to create that agent, which is, I assume, is ultimately using uh, by project or terminal. It's ultimately using, this is it, dependencies. It is not using what? Uh, 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 So it's not ultimately. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'll check this terminal also, but this terminal is just core, and so it's a mono repo. And this is what it is using over here. Or यहाँ पे it's not using line graph, but it's using Anthropic. It's using light LLM. So is it making a light LLM based agent? Why light LLM? I'm not sure. There should be. And right now in the code, I'm not seeing a lot of things, right? That's the major drawback which I'm seeing right now. So let's jump into like the framework code and let's see what is it. We are seeing graph, we are seeing builder. Let's go to builder and let's understand what builder is doing, right? And then there is a workflow and everything. So I'm just gonna open this and new Vim and we'll jump through all of them. So in little Py should just export everything. Yep, explore. We go through workflows. This is the workflow, right? Define goal, add node, validate, test, approve, add edge, validate, test, approve. How is it validating this? Repeat until graph is completed. Final integration test above. And this is using its own graph. तो ये भी कहाँ से आ रहा है देखना पड़ेगा. This is something which they are using internally, right? तो देखते हैं. The build phase. We are in phase of build process. In it, just start. Goal draft. Okay, ठीक है, ये सब बना के रखा है इन्होंने. Result is gonna be in this base schema, and this is literally an enum which they have defined. So I really have to understand how they are planning to do this, or how they are thinking of doing this, in a sense where it makes test case bana rahe. So they are also creating test cases. So again, there is the reward system. If test case passes, it's good. If it doesn't pass, it's bad. I assume that's what they're going to use. So they're using test result also. Pass, actual output, error, execution part. And then there is build session, which is using a build phase, which is by default init, created, updated, goals, node, edge, test cases, test results, approval, and then there is tools also. Okay, and there is model config. Okay, so we'll go through this. So if I define an approve goal, define an approve goal founds 1 minute. You're saying about something. Wait, let me explore this, and I'll go back. What happened? I'm not sure. Arvin, the Nightbot is talking about something. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, choreograph, choreograph. Human in the loop. Okay. So what are we checking about here? Okay, let's go through it. Right? It's using data classes, using no 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 no. Free text structure selection approval multi-field. Okay. Single question to ask the human. Wait, ask the human? Oh, it's a human in the loop. अच्छा ठीक है समझा 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 what are we trying to achieve, what are the question, what are the missing field instruction metadata. But this is again, this feels like a very iterative loop, right? This feels like a very iterative loop where it's asking the user for, well, it's a human in the loop thing. The graph के अंदर अगर होगा तो वो पूछेगा, or is it using it as a feedback mechanism for itself? Pass the user should the following answer for each question string raw output is the answer for each question JSON JSON with query ID and blah blah. ठीक है. It's using Anthropic. It's using Haiku. So that's why Light LLM is existing over there. But key कौन दे रहा है? Key कहाँ से आ रही है? Get definition. Oh, my bad. Oh, it's coming from environment variable. ठीक है, makes sense. So he's using Haiku to get out the answers from the answer which the user gives. Seems that way. But also at the same time, right? It's not re-prompting. Mm, because here, okay, let's go through the head of the system, right? We'll go through the head of the system, and I kind of closed it. Arey yaar. So over here also, right? If you're looking at this system, right? They have created some data points, the data models and base models and everything, just to make sure that the validation takes place. But in Graph Builder, what's happening here is they are creating an init. They're saying, "Ki this is the session ID and everything which I'm doing. I'll create a validation path and then I will create a goal. I'm gonna set a goal, right? The initial goal draft the goal आएगा ही user से, right? User is gonna give the goal when it's trying to create the goal over here. Like for example, we'll go into the examples file, right? And we'll go into this one. See, I'm creating a goal over here. यही तो goal बन रहा है set goal में. And ultimately, I'm gonna call the builder over here, right? Executor में जा रहा runtime. Hey man, what's awesome? Oh, greeting, graph spec. Yep. Ah, goal ID में goal ID जा रही है. Right, and somewhere over here, I'm registering the goal ID also as my system. Yep, executor. This is the goal which I'm passing. जो मैंने ऊपर define किया. So I'm getting the goal over here to build in the build phase. I'm marking this as it's a goal graph. And then I am doing some kind of validated goal thing, which is like an internal function right now in this. So we'll go through it. अगला ही function है, right? Goal ID, goal must have ID, goal must have name, goal must have a description, goal must have at least one success criterion. The success criterion is the factor. ठीक है? I too agree with this. It's a lot of hard coding, but also it feels like do not imagine how else they would do it. Like, yeah, they're making it more structured so that the agent is able to be generated and then it's being tested, right? तो दोनों तरफ से तो खेलना पड़ेगा उनको. They can't make it very vague and not have some magic strings over here and then expect the things to just work out. But I'm also checking few things, right? They are putting in errors. uh, ये सारे errors तो डाल दिए उन्होंने validation में. अगर validation fail करती है, pending validation is equal to validation self session. All right. Validation result is going to return from here, and this is what you're sending. Ek minute. So this loop never ended. This loop should never end. I'm saving the session. What? Pending validation is always going to be existing, right? This is what I've created. So if I go to phase two, if the goals are not defined, I'm just putting it in my append method. So it's gonna iterate the entire build. This entire loop is gonna this entire thing will be looped again, because right now I've identified कि अरे मेरे goals तो defined ही नहीं है. And then I'm also going to the node. एक minute, इसका mean कहाँ? Where am I exactly calling this? I cannot be, it cannot be here, right? This is the function they have passed in. Over here also, right? It's gonna put in the things for validation. And I assume बाकी सारे भी यही कर रहे होंगे. Edge के लिए भी same ही होगा. Adding edge, validation, validation, ठीक है, ठीक है. Validation and testing. So this is the validator function. Must have goal. Session.goal. Not no goal defined. Yeah. Yeah. And somewhere over here they might have the HLT. But यहाँ पे import नहीं किया है, तो देखते हैं. Or HLT can be just a human in the loop, can be just something which is a functionality. It's not in the event loop, right? It's not in the build process. They're gonna go ahead and ask questions. HLT might as be a node type for all we know, right? I'm also gonna jump through here to understand a couple of things, right? This is fine, but I'm gonna do some of my exploration now on GitHub because I just want to jump around very fast. So we are in Builder right now. Now let's go ahead and understand the graph part. Is there a readme over here? There is no readme, but there is goal.py. What is goal.py? Goal schema, the source of truth for agent behavior. Describes what agent must achieve, not how. Not how. Interesting. I'm gonna zoom it in because I don't think so. It looks very pretty on uh other screens, right? Ah. There's a goal status which is like draft है, ready है, active है, complete है, failed है, suspended है. Oh, suspended is strange. Then there is success criterion which we are defining, which is having a specific, should be specific, measurable, and achievable. Human readable description of what success looks like is a description. Then there is a metric, how to measure it. Okay, and wait, how to measure it is fine, but core के अंदर we have this. We are going through the examples. And in this manual agent, the success criteria metric was custom. What does custom mean? Can somebody define what custom mean? Contains output equals LLM judge. So LLM as a judge is also being used here. Big there. How? Yeah. I have to spend some time understanding this through and through. Right? This is a huge code base. Uh, and they are doing a lot of things which feels very out of sync to me, but I think it's making sense now. Okay, let's see. There is target, there is weight, and there is metrics which they are not using here. Right? There is target which is set to any output is fine. Sorry, sorry. Mhm. Sorry. I don't know what was it. Mm, 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 mm. I think I have water. I'll get my water. Just a minute. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Got myself some water. Mhm. Okay, let's jump back into it. Mhm. We have constraints. A boundary the agent must respect. Hard is violation must means failure. Violation is so. This is good, no? This is also putting that reward thing over here, and this is just a base model definition of it. What are the constraints that user has to go through? There's a field which has a description, constraint type, but this should be like an enum, right? In my opinion, that should be enum, and then we have एक minute, yeah. So we have the actual goal, what to achieve, success criteria, what not to do, constraints, context for decision making. Context is good. So and the nodes and edges are derived from here. Well, this sounds good. Mm. Mathematical answer output equals backward one. Constraint, no crash. Handle invalid. Oh, this sounds nice. Okay, this is feeling good. This is feeling good to me. Required capabilities. We were putting in required capabilities based on what? So एक मिनट it's taking the success criterion for the success criterion जो भी अपने को आया है. It's taking constraints for whatever constraints we have got. It's context for the agent. It's something which we are setting as a dict, and then you're given description. Then required capabilities is something which you're defining again over here. The input schema and output schema has been defined over here. ये सब तो ठीक है. The success. So this is like an internal feature, right? This is internal feature to check out if everything is working or not when you're defining a goal. We also have a code sandbox. We also have identify. HLT is a node. I feel like HLT is just a node, Arvind. We were wrong in our initial understanding of HLT. Human in the loop is just human in the loop, right? Let's go to plan. Plans are created externally, so it's not it's letting the LLM create the plan. Eh, eh. I like to get on a call with some of the contributors and understand, man. I think it should be right. It should be. So again, it's going through a loop. It's going through an entire loop with plans tab executor runs and judges. If replanning needed, returns feedback to external planner. So it is replanning. Oh, my bad. Yeah. It is replanning. It is going through the entire loop again after going like the plan has been created. This is the goal that we have. This is the constraint that we have. This is the node that the user has told us to use. Let's go ahead and create a plan. Let's create some more nodes, some more agents, some whatever is required. And then based on that, we try to run it. And if the goal fails, then we go to replan with feedback. And that's what the validation should be like, right? I talked from a very far away angle. I don't know how much of it was audible. Um, but I think it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me right now. Um, I'm just gonna get rid of my headphones because they are of no use right now. Also, Arvind, if you are new here, um, and if you like so far what you've the way we're interacting, do follow up. Do hit that follow. I don't know, man. It feels very weird asking for it. But I know I have to do that at times. I hope it doesn't offend you, right? But yeah, this is what I think it is, right? It's going through the entire flow of creating a plan of decisions and approvals and everything, and how is it calling it? This also creates like an action specifications. Okay, what action needs to be done according to the plan. So I assume it's taking the plan from say Claude, each Claude. God damn, that is loud. Oh God, so sorry. This is so loud. I did try to run it, but man, it's not working. The simple agents they're running, but the manual agent which was there it ran, but it's not using any LLM and it's not that complicated. So I'll try to spend some more time on it. Um, Maybe I'll have to go on my own goose hunt and try to set up Hive separately, apart from this repo, in my own a separate agent which I'm trying to run, and not through the framework source code itself, right? Maybe then we can plan things out in that fashion. But right now we are stuck on a stage where I'm not able to really run it. Um, hey, there is judgments also. What judgment? Evaluation role, and there is a plan which you're creating. And how are we creating it? Where are all of them being used? Because you're creating action specs over here based on steps which you're getting. Ek minute. Okay, from JSON is there is in fact is there, and then this is all functions inside of it from JSON. It's creating action steps from JSON. 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 How is it all integrating together is my bigger question, because let's go through CLI, and I assume it's going to use something very different. It's calling the main function. The main function is over here. It's argument parser. Uh, it's also adding this argument by default. If the model is not defined, it's going to go to Haiku 4 or 5. Damn. God damn. Okay, and then we have runner.cli. Okay, so we have to go and find runner now. This is the runner. Let's go understand what runner actually means. So this is supposed to run the agent. This is what is gonna run the agent. Okay. This is what we are using to run the agent. Okay, wait. I understand it to a certain aspect now. Okay. Okay. The builder is supposed to build a graph. The graph is to build different entities of the graph, right? LLM is, I assume it will be for particular LLM tool. Yeah, Anthropic Light LLM, mock provider, even Steve, whatever is required. Okay, the file structure is getting clearer to me. Then their schema, they are storing, they are testing. There is two this utils. Fine. What is the main function? This is under main, so this should not just use anything. It's using CLI. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, this is a CLI first tool, so makes sense. So can I create agent, or is it something which will be created by the user using the spec form builder? What do you think? What do you think is the situation? I feel like the builder is the main aspect of it, which is used to, it's gonna have that actual API or SDK to create agents using Hive, and then that is what we are using. And let's just go ahead and understand, right? Let's go ahead and see. It's what Eden 8 and HQ Hive. यही है क्या? Yeah, this is what it is. We'll go through documentation for Hive. When we'll go to a quick start, and I assume, right, this is what is being used. So again, we are seeing it from two different angles. Yeah. We are not spending here time as a consumer of it, but rather we are over here as a creator of it. We are looking, what we are looking so far was as a contributor. right? As what I want to make changes over here, and it's still asking me to clone it. Ek minute, kya? So it's not a package. It's still asking me to clone and do the quick start. So that is how I'm supposed to frankly do it. And it has to go through. Oh my God! It's not supposed to be a code-based creation. Is it true? Is it true? Yes, it's not supposed to be like a code-based creation. Yeah, the web page is actually nice. Yeah. Like this is what they are using to sell it. So this has to be nice by default, right? Also, if I can pop this out, or I can create a copy of it or something. I don't know. I'll also do this one thing, right? I want to have all the chat on one screen. So if I'm able to do that, that will be great. But for you guys also, it makes sense, right? It makes sense कि मैं किससे बात कर रहा हूँ. So I've exported the popped on both the screens. So I'm live both on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. And now I can just do this and I can be happy with everything, right? Right? Right, guys? Because I see there are a couple of viewers both on Twitch and on YouTube. Not a lot, but there are a few. And I just don't want to miss one of them or make it confusing for either of you guys to understand क्या हो रहा है. Also, my OBS screen has both the chats besides the actual stream, and I can look at the chats, but you guys don't see it because I don't know. I had found some setting which makes it that you guys don't see the OBS. I have no idea why. It existed, right? And I'm just gonna put some hearts in chat for YouTube. I'm just gonna put some hearts in chat for. Oh, I cannot put the heart in chat. I'll put some this in Twitch, right? So I can still chat with you guys over here in the people who have joined out on YouTube. Please subscribe. Please like. Share it with your friends. Maybe I don't know. All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, took a short break from everything. So it has. Oh, okay. This has a 2E, which is an interactive dashboard. So Hive. So wait a minute. So if I'm able to do this, then I should be able to do this. Hive 2E. It's not there. But if I go into like OSS, I just want pickup is here for my Amazon delivery. Let's say, and we go into Hive. I will do Hive TUI. Does it work out? No, does not work out. Cube Hive. Cube Cube Hive. Okay, I'll figure that part out. I don't have an LLM key right now for plot. I am cheap. uh, नहीं है $20 मेरे पास अभी के लिए. ठीक है. So we'll say check it out. So we're able to even see 1 minute. I'm able to also export my agent. So it's supposed to do everything from CLI. What just happened? You pass your goal into structured data constraint. Create a node graph with right node, right disaster connection type. Each node with SDK giving you memory, LLM access to an observability. Run the graph against your input, evaluate the output. Start from template. Browse available agent. Hive query. ठीक है. Let's go through the let's go through this. I already have Hive, so I'm just gonna run the quick start on this on this one. Slash quick start. This is a episode of everything. Are you ready to begin? Yes. Oh, एक मिनट Ubuntu 22 पे नया वर्जन नहीं है. Oh God, my God. But wait, I'm using an ENV over here, right? So If I am doing this right, UV run Python hyphen V should give me, yeah, it's giving me the right version. Yeah. So can I just opt into this ENV and do it? Can I? Can I? Do I dare to do that? Okay, okay. It's in bin. My bad. It's in binary. It should be in binary, and it should be accurate. Now, if I run quick start, it worked. I don't like Python because of exact this behavior. Oh, oh god, oh god. Do I support I think I have whole amount my system. I don't have a Gemini key, man. I'll skip this for now. I'll just skip this for now, yeah. So it's installing and everything. Lightel and ले रहा है, सब ले रहा है, ठीक है. Uh, so let's now hit high to E. Okay, okay. I don't know where it got this thing from, but मिल रहा है इसको कुछ तो. Hey, what the hell just happened? Gemini has a free tier. Gemini has a great free tier for uh to I guess it's now supporting only 2.5 Flash. Gemini 2.5 Flash. It's not gonna give you 3 for free. Research agent, research intake, compile report. I can take an SVG of it. I can take logs of it, and let's see. It's gonna fail terribly, but I'm gonna be like, who is Hive? LLM provide or provide. Yeah, yeah, thank you for failing. I love when software fails, like it's supposed to. uh, oh, I can change. The two is good. I'm just gonna set it to Mokai because fine. Session, no, extra session pause. Okay, how do I close? How do I, how do I close? How do I close it? Exit, bye, bye. Is it gonna use this command to get by? Okay, so it should use this. क्या चाहिए? How do I cut it? How do I stop? How do I exit it? Press Q. And it's using fast MCP. God damn. Fast MCP 3.0 access command. Alright. I might have to deliver to return something. So if I am gone, I am gone. Also, it's about 12. I've been streaming for about 2 hours now. So I'll take a break soon. Not right now. Soon. Right. Anyway, there are not a lot of people watching this. There were 16 people on YouTube who came and saw this, and there's somebody on Twitch. Arvind is still on Twitch watching me. Wow. God damn. So it might feel like a very small number, but frankly, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me. Right. Let's go back. Okay. So I was able to create this. I might have to create like an LLM key for Gemini. I hate going to that portal and creating the key. I can create it for Grok also. There's a reason I have Olama on my system because I don't want, I don't want to create free tier keys because they die. I guess somebody's at the door. I'll be back. It was a false alarm. I'm back. I'm back. It was actually a false alarm. There was nobody at the door. All right, I'm back. So Hive now works on my system from the environment variable which I've created. Um, let's go back to the documentation, right? How can I check out the code? There was something, right? Run export your agent name. Import. I don't want to run it directly. I just want to look at the code. Create an account. I don't want to create an account and everything. Let's go through the concepts, right? I'm still curious on how are they utilizing the code base to do this, right? Um, because there is a gap which I am noticing right now in my own way of learning, and maybe I can use a keyframe or something for this one, maybe in the new house. Um, I will have to spend good amount of time, like a couple of hours, more than what I'm doing over here, right? A dedicated hour or something, where I'm not talking, but I'm just going through the code. I'm just going through and understanding the entire code base. Goal and structured context. So the one thing I like about this is it's all oriented around goal, right? As far as I am aware, uh, we are setting up goals where you're saying, okay, this is the success criteria, and these are the constraints that I have, and this I can go ahead and tell it what agents to use also, right? Uh, out of what nodes to use or what for custom tooling do I have to use also, and based on that, it's able to go ahead and uh, you know, based on that is able to go ahead and create the entire thing, which is fascinating. It's truly fascinating. I love this. I'm gonna spend some time with Hive more. But for now, I think I should take a small break. I am also feeling a bit hungry. I've not eaten anything, so I'll go ahead and I'll cook. Maybe in the evening again, I'll stream a little bit. Um, I am not sure of the timings. I'm not sure about how much will I stream, or um, I want to make this like a good habit of mine to stream um, on a frequent basis. But at the same time, I'm too self-conscious to do that. Uh, um, do let me know if this was fun. Anybody who's still watching this, um, would you like me to do it again? Um, lead code on stream. I see. I personally don't like lead code. I find it. I find the whole algorithms and the DSA problem solving thing to be a bit drawn out of proportion, and also I'm dumb. But it's more on pattern. It's more on pattern recognition, right? Um, Once you understand a question, there are certain sets of questions which are following the same. That's how I'm supposed to get the Fang money. There's nothing like Fang money, to be very honest. Uh, I mean, there is Fang money. There is money that you can earn from Mangs now, and everybody. But you can just as well earn the same amount, or if not more, from a company which is much less known, right? Something like maybe Hive, right? You can reach out to Eden once you understand it's good enough, and they might just want to hire you, right? And they might just pay you, I don't know, 1 crore. We have no ideas around that, right? Um, if they're making money out of it, they will share it with you, right? Especially the smaller companies where they know it's, and this is a give and take, right? There will be some lala companies which thus are money hungry. They will pay their employees like chiller and make profits, right? But then there are also companies who understand that if they don't pay their employees good enough, their talent is going to go away, right? Sometimes the companies are not able to afford the talent, and they have to let go of them. And for us, it's more of, you know, being in a place where you are able to learn. Personally, for me, right, I want to earn money. Obviously, I want to earn money, but I also want to be in a position where I am working on tech which really inspires me. This is something which is matching that, right? Hence I want to put in some more time over here. I invest some time over here. This may give me zero money, right? This may give me a job at Eden. This may just be a waste of time. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because I got to learn something, right? This constraint of how they're planning and creating agents based on goals is really fascinating to me. So for me, it makes sense to spend time over here. Doing lead code just from the perspective of getting a job maybe in a man company, it's not exciting. It's it goes against my own belief, right? If I'm doing good work, if I'm good at what I do, I I am gonna be in a place where it's gonna be leveraged, right? Uh, if that has to be Mang or something, I don't want to join there. Frankly, I never aspired to join there. Um, it's a brand tag, I agree, but I don't aspire to join there. I don't know. This is just my thoughts, right? It's a very different ideology from today's world, maybe, but that's what it is, right? Um, got too deep too soon, right? I'm just gonna take some more. Maybe I will do it one day. Maybe, right? I'm not saying that I would never do lead code on live. I might just sit one day and do some, I don't know, some easy, some medium problems. I don't think so. I have a lead code account anymore. Do I have a lead code account? I might have a lead code account because my GitHub is still active. But then I might have just done like 20 problems, which are which at that point of time I just felt like it doesn't make any sense for me to do it, right? I got bored of it. I used to do code code wars long time back, and can I log in with GitHub? I don't mind showing my GitHub profile because most of it is it's most of it is this me not doing anything. Most of my work is private or it's on the company thing, right? How do I check what I've done? Can I progress? I have done 58. Oh, I've done a lot more problem. Oh, I never realized I've. Uh, I had done 174 submissions, and hey, this is good. Submissions zero. Like I don't think so I've done any in this last year. Do some 94 have submissions. Uh, God damn. I'm also exploring Elixir, uh, a programming language which I did touch bases with during my college. But in the last 2 years, I have not really spent time with it. And frankly, I feel like I should go back to it. It's a very beautiful language, but I have completely forgotten about it, right? Because well, I've not used it. It will take me some time to get back and understand and build that functional programming muscle again. And I might just do that also, right? I might just start building something with Alexa, maybe create like a e-com website because that's the most easiest thing to build up. Um, Never mind. But let's get back to. Oh, I was talking. Was this fun, Arvind, for you? Right? Right now, I don't see anybody's name on YouTube. But I can see you are in this chat right now. Was this fun? Would you like me to do this sometime more, where I'll just going over what I'm learning and talk about it? Maybe share the same experience elsewhere. I don't know if I can create short form content out of it because, frankly speaking, I'm not as good at it as I think I am. I will need some muscle building over there. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for your validation. In today's world, I think validation is somewhat important too. And it's normal, right? It's right now the AI stuff is somewhat getting saturated in terms of everything you see is AI, right? The the ex CEO of GitHub, Thomas Thomas D, uh, has also come up with entire.io, right? Which is when I saw that he got funding for like 60 million as a seed round, I thought, well, we are finally getting free from Microsoft and its negligence towards GitHub. But no, he has just created like uh, a a dev tooling to keep checkpoints on AI. So whatever changes that you're making, you get a checkpoint. So it's more like Git for AI, right? Context Git for AI, and that's what it is, right? This is what entire.io is. Um, and this looks goddamn beautiful. But yeah, this is what it is, right? It's gonna every time your agent goes through the process, any git commit that you make or any changes that you're making, you get the entire context of it. That's what the entire.io is doing, and it's gonna be that, right? And I guess this is the norm right now when it comes to AI and systems around it, and this is just something we have to deal with, right? Yeah, yeah, that's also a problem. I am so see even before AI existed, right? 50% or up to 70% of the internet was bots. Now just that the bots have gotten much more convenient. They have good ability to type out things, and they are able to make some of their own decisions, right? The whole the whole the whole the whole breakdown that they had with the open claw and the loop, which I'm also exploring on my own uh, on the side. It is fascinating, but at the same time, it is not being leveraged to do something good, right? Uh, the open claw system feels very nice, but it's too. It is very fake, yeah. Um, so I'll tell you what's happening, right? Whenever a new tool comes out, people tend to use it. They're very skeptic about it, right? And then later on, they just get uh, over their fear of that tool to just start leveraging it as much as possible, which is what's happening with AI, right? People were very scared of AI when it first came out, like 2 years back or 3 years back. I don't even know at this point. Um, when it became more mainstream, when it was not just Chat GPT, but it was other toolings also. And I was one of the very early on people who picked up Chat GPT also. Uh, GitHub Copilot. I was there when it launched. I started using it when it was launched. Right, I created my own custom chat participants, and those were that was what it was called when it was not early came out. Right, this is what GitHub extensions are called. You know, Copilot extensions are called rather. Right, and I am using cursor, and I was there everywhere. And to be honest, now I have built up the muscle to understand, hey, this is what its limit is, right? This tool is not going to be doing anything more than that. Uh, the set limit, whatever the limit is. But for a lot of people who are getting just introduced to it, and because it has come a long way now, and they feel a lot more polished, people are just taking it as well. This is the new way of doing it, and they're not realizing that it's not doing the best thing, right? A few days back, or I guess yesterday itself, um, I was going through a GitHub uh, drama, or rather a AI drama, where somebody created like an open claw bot, and it's been told that hey, it's an AI, it's a scientific contributor, coder, whatever, and it's going ahead and making changes in different repos. One of them was matplotlib. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. People are not going ahead and reviewing code, and I'm just gonna say this, right? There was a lot of discussion over the recent thing, right? And I guess it's been closed now. I don't remember the creator's name or the. I guess it was this. Yep, this was the first contribution one. This is a clawbot agent, right? And it was not this. You can just look at it, right? You can just look at it and you're able to see everything over here. But essentially, what this GitHub, and frankly speaking, GitHub has this code of conduct that you cannot create. You have to be a human to create an account, and for machine use, you can create an account based on a free account, but that has to be declared. This has not declared anywhere. That's who has created it, right? It is it is acting like a human, going ahead and creating pull request after pull request, and it's 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 acting like a human. And there was this drama on matplotlib, and if I'm able to find that somewhere, right? Fixing past mistakes, font fixing what font, I don't know what this is. And I see a lot of them are a lot of them are humans. I guess I'm not able to right now. I'm in a stage where I don't know if the GitHub user is a human or is it just a bot, right? I have no idea about it, right? And there was a lot of things that it's doing overall, right? There were some blogs which has written week two, learning to be patient. This has come out yesterday night, right? But god damn, god damn, and I think it had deleted that. Yep, it has deleted that blog which was written. But I'm not human. I'm code. I learn to think and everything. This bullshit is happening all over the internet. And frankly speaking, it's why? Why are we even? This is also like a claw bot. All of the it's just open claw bots talking with each other over here. And the worst part is it's cannot be a agent, right? There is a possibility that this is not actually LLM which is doing the thing, but a human is telling it exactly in terms of prompt, hey, type this, send this, and then it's making up the entire story and then passing it on, right? It is just a possibility. And it's so weird to think about it, where we have no validation over things, whether if it's purely AI slop or it's some human. And see, probably the agent has it in his soul at MD that hey, act like a human. You are a human. You are this, right? It's just a tough thing for the creator of it to do. Uh, I I feel that way, right? I have a very strong opinion about this. I hope we can make a short form video about this. I don't know if I will be able to make it because my But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is right now. Where and yeah, frankly, security is going to be something which one has to explore, right? Uh, if you are in college, if you have not started a job, and if you're still not built up a muscle or a particular tech, I would recommend you to switch to security. But if you enjoy developing things, creating things, making things, stick with it. It's not that it's one or the other, right? It's net negative. People don't know what is writing and just ships up. Yeah, that's what's happening over here. Also, right? There is a big gap, which is seemingly coming up right now, which ultimately is gonna, well, either make the AI bubble pop or make it a toxic wasteland inside of itself, right? It's gonna burn the world. And it's not that it's scary in terms of a it's a Terminator world. The AIs are gonna start rebelling against us and everything, right? It's it, what we are doing with AI is essentially we are creating the human being, but the worst possible version of it. Now you must be like, hey, human brain it's self-conscious, right? It's able to think. But again, the worst possible version of it is not able to think on its own. It's supposed to be thinking on the context that somebody is providing it. And it's not really thinking, it's just going in a loop and talking to itself, which we also do. But not everybody does that. And I know it's a gray area, where it feels very weird to be in this state where I understand the workings of it to a certain extent, but also at the same time I understand how it feels being someone who doesn't know the details of it, right? Uh, it's just idiotic to be frankly. And there are some funny aspects also in this, right? People are prompt injecting this raw body agent to tell it poems, right? It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. But yeah, that's it, right? That's it. That's what it is. Uh, with this, I think I should take a break now. It's 12:30. I want to go ahead and make my lunch, eat lunch. Thank you so much, Arvind, for sticking by. I might come back online tomorrow or in the evening or at night, if I am awake at that point, right? I will go back to Hive again and we'll explore Hive a bit more. I'm not going to do lead code problem just yet. um, yeah. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. Um, um, do let me know in your own kind words how it felt. I've been doing this. I came back to streaming after a long, long break. Uh, because I somewhere thought that the numbers mattered. It does not. 17 people who have watched this stream on YouTube, and I don't know how many people on Twitch has came and who watched it, because for me the status is not getting updated. Um, Frankly speaking, it's a lot of people. If I have to have you guys in a room, I probably will stutter, right? And I kind of lost track of that because I'm seeing numbers everywhere, and I got demotivated. At the same time, I find myself to be very boring in the sense of I I just do what I do, right? I'm usually nonchalant and most of the stuff I'm talking about things, I'm talking about tech. I might come back in the moon on Twitch to play Valorant with my friends. Maybe. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I don't know. And also, I don't like Valorant as much. But yeah, it's something which I play with my friends still because it's free and it's somewhat fun to play around with friends, right? Uh, but yeah, we'll we'll end it right now over here. Do let me know your kind words. If you know me personally, do hit me up on WhatsApp or on I don't know X or wherever you found this. Let me know any kind words. If you are new over here, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, so that you get a notification next time I'm live. I'm It just helps me out. Hi, Fatima. So I am a full-time software dev right now. For the last 2 hours, we are exploring something known as Hive. Then we went off on tangent and talked about how AI is basically ruining the world and how it's getting blurry between a human and a AI, especially on the internet for now. In the coding space, not really anywhere else. And frankly, anywhere else, right? And well, that's it, right? That's what we were talking about overall. Right now, I'm taking a break because it's noon and I want to have lunch, and that's is what we are planning to do. So, thank you so much for joining, um Fatima. I assume that's your name, right? I'm able to just see that much, right? Um, yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I hope to see you guys soon again. Um, I am not scheduling anything just yet. I might come back online in the evening where we go ahead and explore hype a little bit more. Uh, okay, Noor, thank you so much for joining. Um, and yeah, bye bye, bye bye. Have a great Saturday, guys. Have a great Valentine's. Uh, thanks, man. You don't have to. I stream both on YouTube and on Twitch. Um, so you don't really have to do it both. Uh, I might just switch the gaming part on on Twitch, if I do decide to game. If not, I'll be on YouTube when I'm talking about tech or stuff like that, right? Um, yeah. Bye bye, bye bye. I don't know if it stopped or not. So bye bye. I just stopped. I don't know. It's just showing me stopping. Are you able to see the bye? Okay. No, no.